Well, good
Good
evening,
evening,
everyone.
everybody. Wow. Wow.
Welcome to our Monday evening conference highlight webinar. We are so excited. I know there's a lot of excited people on the line, people who were in attendance physically and virtually for this major milestone in the history of LifeWave and a major milestone in all of our own lives to be a witness to this company's 20th year anniversary. Oh,
Let's take a big deep breath because I think a lot of us stopped breathing. David wanted this conference to mark the celebration of 20 years, and many things happened. So we're going to hear from a bunch of people that were there physically or virtually. But for me, I kind of call it a timestamp. It's
Mhm.
before the conference and after the conference
Mhm.
because it's a different company. I mean, it's a new chapter in LifeWave, and you will all feel it if you haven't felt it yet. And we're gonna start hearing from a few people. Are you recording?
Yes, we are
Okay,
recording.
good. I want to make sure we're recording. So we're going to hear from a bunch of people, and we want to get the show on the road here. But we are grateful beyond words. What David wanted is he didn't want this to be a network marketing conference. He wanted it to be a celebration and a recognition. And we were blessed in so many ways. So I'm going to turn over to Gregory with one of our blessings.
Yeah, we're going to just start with this little 2.5 minute conference recap video just to kind of set the stage for our call tonight. So here we go.
Are you ready to celebrate?
Happy anniversary, everybody.
A celebration 20 years in the making, packed into one epic weekend. A personal journey, powered by revolutionary technology. More energy. Timeless vitality. Lasting longevity. Now is the time to share the light.
Come on up, directors. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming to the LifeWave Global Conference. It was lit. We're already dreaming about next year. California dreaming.
LifeWave Global Conference, Anaheim, California, Fall 2025. Registration is now open. Be the light. LifeWave.
Wow, be the light. And that was the
Most people
theme.
have no clue that in 2023,
Oh,
the
let's
best
see,
way
we
to
wanna
make
shut
money
that
on
off. Hold on a
Amazon is
second.
not with
There we go. Be the light. Oh my gosh. This was, as David said, this conference was lit and we all were filled with light. And it started out early, and I'm just going to give, Robin and I were blessed to come in a few days early for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for an SPD experience. And Monday morning, we got sat with a meeting with David and a number of other SPDs to learn more about his vision and importantly, to learn more about the upcoming water technology product. And David shared some insights with us. And he said, and you're going to learn a lot more when you attend the conference. So everyone that was there on Friday morning, you heard everything we heard and more. The one thing that you didn't get to do that we got to do is he let us try the water. Oh my gosh, what a blessing. We were so excited. They unveiled the water machines. They had 10 of them there. They invite us in as SPDs in small groups to try the water. And you saw the picture on the screen, and by now you've seen them on websites or YouTube or
Facebook, and all over
Facebook.
the
They're all over
place.
the place. FYI, it's going to be available sometime in the first quarter. They didn't unveil the price or the BV or any of that, but they did let the SPDs try it. And I just want to tell you my personal experience with the water, which kind of mimicked what David said about it on Friday morning or on one of the days of the conference. Is I held that glass of water in my hand. I just felt so blessed to be there, and knowing this is the culmination of 10 years of research, 4 clinical studies already completed, 2 more in the works, and our opportunity to actually fill ourselves with light, liquid light, holy water, I'm
goes-
calling it.
That goes into that infuses light into every cell in your body.
So as I sipped it, it was so smooth. It was just, you could feel there's something special about it. And as it came down into my stomach, I felt my abdomen kind of lighting up with energy, and I felt it rising up through my chest, and I felt it around my head. I felt like somebody was turning up the rheostat on my brain. I felt like my brain cells were talking to each other brighter and smarter than they were just moments before. And this is in the first 1 to 2 minutes. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience that you're all going to have before too long. But I just wanted to share with you, this is something so very exciting. This is like, to me, this is like the third evolution or the third phase of LifeWave. The first phase was the energy patches and all the other wonderful patches prior to X39, those first 14 years, if you will. And then there was the birth of X39, an answer to a prayer. Literally, David got the inspiration, if in prayer about X39. He'd been studying stem cells for many years, and he got the inspiration for X39. And that was phase 2. And, the rocket ship was launched. And I believe now, with the advent of the water and the nutritional supplements that are both going to be available in this first quarter of 2025, when you add the power of phototherapy to the balanced nutritional support for the phototherapy to work properly and the liquid light, it's like, oh my gosh, buckle your
And when
seatbelts.
you put the nutrition in the water and use it with
Oh,
the
yes, the
bases,
nutrition is water soluble, needs to be added to water.
And one of the things that we all know is how important water is. But one thing we don't talk about is a lot of people drink a lot of water, but it's not getting absorbed. So they're not really hydrating, even though they're drinking water. Well, this special water increases true hydration, which will improve the benefits of the patches for a lot of people that say, I don't notice as much as everyone else. And it's probably because they're not hydrated. It's not absorbing, but the water will help.
So if you were in attendance or you watched Friday morning, you heard David talk about the results from the 4 clinical trials that are amazing and wonderful. And that was based on 1 8-ounce glass a day. And he said there's not really a limit on how many glasses you could drink a day. But they did all of the testing with 1 8-ounce glass a day. And the results are substantial. Now, we don't want to go too deep into the water because
There's lots of other things that
he
happen.
did reel us back in, and the water's not ready yet. And the nutrition's not ready yet, but LifeWave is ready, and we're here today. So what we wanted to do tonight is kind of an open mic format, and if you've got an experience that you had at the conference that you'd like to share, or a highlight, should I say, we want to cover some highlights. What was a highlight for you, either virtually or physically there? We'll want you to raise your hand, And I think we're going to start with Sunshower Rose because she raised her hand first. And then it looks like Bart's got his hand up next.
Oh, let's do Bart first because he's got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bart, why don't you go first? Because Bart's getting on a plane to Sweden tomorrow. So,
Oh my gosh.
and he just got home. So, and for those of you that don't know this precious man, oh my gosh, you're in for a major treat. He is an SPD, and you're going to be seeing more of him. And he's a huge, great treasure in our community and a real gift. So we're going to turn over to you,
And
Bart.
you've seen Beamy and Jill on many of our calls, and
And
Bart
is their
is
sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Hello, Bart.
Lucky Bart.
Lucky Bart.
Yeah, Lucky Bart. Do we get to see
Uh,
you?
I don't know.
You got to turn your
Okay.
camera on.
I don't see the camera.
Oh, okay. Let
Okay.
me adjust that. Hold on a second. More.
I don't have an option for a camera.
Oh, there you now.
Hi,
Okay.
Oh,
Juliana here too.
And Sunshine, why don't you turn your camera off for a minute?
join as panelist or
Okay, go ahead, Bart.
Join
You-
you-
Yeah.
do you want me to join as panelist or?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then you should be, oops, we lost you.
Oh, he'll be back.
Okay. There he is. Oh my gosh. And he's got his amazing daughter Juliana with him, who was with
Yes.
him during the conference and the SPD experience. So Bart, what was your experience of being there?
Well, it was such a wide spectrum of amazing experiences, and one of the blessings was to be able to sit with you and you two, Kai and Lynette, and really hear from you folks. Really golden tidbits for me to walk away with and just spend time with you. So that was great. Thank you. And then, I mean, the one thing that stood out for my whole life was the fact that we're, as a company, participating in cleaning the plastics of the world up, let alone the drone and the other technologies that are humanitarian based. But this has been I've been all about the oceans. I was going to be an oceanographer. I went to Santa Barbara for a little while, but I changed my ideas. But it's been a concern, and now I get to, I got this whole new uplift, and I go, okay, now my goal gets bigger because everything I do for LifeWave with LifeWave also feeds something that's dear to my heart, and it's a beautiful, great feeling to walk away from that conference, knowing that I'm participating on so many different levels, not helping just people, but the world and the animals and everything else. Yeah.
Thank you. It was so wonderful to be with you and your precious daughter, Juliana. You want to share
A
anything?
highlight for you at the conference?
My biggest takeaway is just how I feel so blessed. We're all so blessed by LifeWave, and it's such to be a part of really healing the world, because that's what we're doing. Like, this company is healing the world person by person, and then now that we're broadening out to the environment, and this drone that David has created, I don't know if everyone knows, but the fuel air that the exhaust is cleaner than the air is originally, so it's cleaning the airs while it's out running.
Amazing.
I feel hope for the future.
I was just thinking we could put a drone behind every jet.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Well,
And thank you, Sunshower Rose, for letting us speak first.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Thank you, Bart.
We'll get
Thank
to
Thank
hear
you, guys. Have a great
Safe
meeting.
travels.
Thank
Yes,
you.
safe travels. We'll hear more from you later. Wonderful.
Well, you will.
We love you all.
I love you.
Love you all too. Mwah. Bye, sweetheart. Okay, Sunshower.
I just love conference because it turns out we all do have legs.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to walk up to each other and hug each other. The hugs are amazing. We are all light beings, and we are attracting only light beings into this fabulous, fabulous company. I am so honored to be part of it and to be in the Live Younger team. When I got to hug you guys, the tears are coming now, just like they did when I hugged you. You're just so special to so many people, and you touch me every time I get to see you in person. So there's so many takeaways I could tell you about, but there's a lot of people that will do the same.
We would like everyone to be brief so we can
Brief.
hear from a lot of people.
Exactly. So because I'm honored to be a co-host, I'm going to share a screen and show you two pictures very quickly.
Beautiful. Can't wait.
Okay. Are you with me there? Can you see this?
Oh, look at that.
So at this point in the experience room, David and Gregory were talking, and I sort of photobombed and went up behind David, and someone took a picture. I was like, please click now, click now. So here's the caption for this. It's, I stand behind David Schmidt in his vision for the future. Doesn't it look like he's
beautiful.
just looking up? He's looking up like he's, you know, getting his divine guidance. So there's another picture I'd like to show you too. This is special because, you know, as one of the 4 hosts of our miracle calls, once a month I get to be on, or sometimes more than once if I'm subbing, and I did that this morning for Jerry. So we have Jerry Zingenfuss in the upper left, Karen O'Neill on the upper right, Michelle Niels, bottom left, and moi. Well, how many times are we all going to be together? That was so special. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Sunshower. And our little admin team from the Facebook group got a picture too. Okay.
Hey,
Should we just go from the top down?
yeah,
Are
Jonathan.
you promoting them? or-
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey, Jonathan.
Oh,
Well, let's see. We got Lynn. We
got
promoted
Lynn.
Lynn. So Lynn, go ahead. You can turn your camera on. And then Jonathan, you'll be next.
And where do I turn my camera on? I joined as the host. Do you see me? mean, I
Next,
joined-
Jonathan, your camera's already on. Why don't you go unmute yourself and then we'll promote you out. Get your camera on next, Lynn.
Okay.
Jonathan. Hey, buddy.
You're on mute, hon. Jonathan, you're on mute.
He was frozen there for a bit.
So did she do hers already?
It's your turn.
Okay, just real quick, I want to get out the way. Friday at the convention, I had chills all the morning while he was talking, everything that was going on. It's amazing. The technology is out of this world because it is from God. And it blew me away. So the love of God spreads like wildfire. So David was talking about God, and from that point on, everyone else was just praising God for this wonderful technology. The man that gave it to us, we thank you. Oh my goodness, that's it. I'm about to get tongue-tied. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
And
Jonathan.
I got to hug Jonathan, and I had no idea I was going to go. Woo.
Oh man, and that was
It was
great.
so wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we got your sponsor here. All right, Eddie Lavelle.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Gregory and Robin. Thank you so much for letting us share. So, hey, Jonathan's been with us for 5 years. Happy birthday to you, Jonathan. Tomorrow, my amazing wife, Mijay, was there. Jonathan was there. Elliot and Doria Tabran was there. Dr. Grace was there. Who else? Who was Kim Molina. And she's so fired up. She said, next year, I'm going to be SPD walking across the stage. She texted me already today. And we're just so excited. But what I really took away was we finally found it, Gregory and Robin and everybody. We found the home. Because what David talked about is the next 20 years, guys. We have vision. And that's what I took away. We have a vision to stay here, build something to help people, help ourselves. And I just can say, we found it, guys. So stick and stay, and let's go, guys. And I'll see you guys not at the top, but over the top on this one.
All right.
Amen.
Stick
Thank you
and
so much for
stale
letting
and
us-
peel and stick.
I love that. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Lynn.
Hey, guys. So just, I agree with what everyone's saying, but the energy, I still have the energy going through my body. It doesn't stop, it doesn't stop. The high energy, the high impact performances, the high impact people who presented, the venue itself, the hotel was phenomenal. I loved it how David ended his presentation that God's in control of the plans for the company. because that's whenever, I mean, we've been highly successful. I'm super excited. But as most people know, my absolute favorite part is you guys are my second family, like for real. And so I got to see everybody. I got to hug both of you. I got to hug tons of people, get hugs in return. And there is no hug like a LifeWave hug because, you know, like both of you, you look me in the eye, tell me wonderful, positive things and give me these genuine hugs that I could like stay in that space for the rest of my life. So I'm so grateful to LifeWave and to the love that you guys show and everyone else. I mean, truly, it's my second family, and that's got to be the most fun part for me is getting to see family.
Beautiful.
Welcome home, sweetheart.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Miss Beamy, it's so fun to see you on stage with David and all the fun things you got helping to make happen in this beautiful community and opportunity.
You're on mute, hon.
You're muted, and why don't you share one or two of the highlights for you?
Yeah, well, obviously that was a highlight because I had been sitting with that secret for a year. And knowing just what, you know, I knew that this was going to be good for the company. And I'm always connecting people. I've done that my whole life. But I didn't really get the huge impact of what this is really going to do. You know, David, when I was on stage, he says, I think you need to think about what this, you know, I said, oh, and I was kind of minimalizing it. And he said it was really like a big deal. And then afterwards, there was so much gratitude coming from people who were just stopping me and like, thank you, what you did for the company. And I'm like, whoa, you know, it's like something like really sunk in and I understood. And and I said to David, it wasn't me. It felt like, you know, I'm a tool. You know, God's working through me. I happen to have that relationship for 20 something years and it just fit, you know, like something clicks at the right time. Timing is everything. So I'm very grateful for that. And to have that, you know, it's fun to get recognized, right? I just have to say it's the truth. So I really enjoyed that. But getting back to the conference, and I just got off a team call and I can tell you there were a ton of people on. Everybody is so fired up. That's what events do. That's what the global conference does. It's like people that this woman from Hawaii, they're very laid back. You know, I've been working with them, they're laid back. She's like, I'm talking to this one. I'm in the front seat of the Uber. She said she got so much courage and inspired. And all of these people are like, they're talking to everybody now. They want to go out. They don't care who it is. It's like they got it. Their job is to open their mouth and have a conversation and share and don't care about what people think because it's not about them. So that was very exciting for me to hear all of that. The speakers that were the keynote speakers, that aviation woman was phenomenal. Every word she said, and usually I'm like, these speakers, you know, I've heard it. I mean, I was like glued to that. I can't wait to listen to that again. And of course, Jack Canfield is always sensational. So the whole momentum of David sharing and the science and, you know, telling us how every little thing works and like how many times do I need to listen to that to really understand it, you know, but it was important, I could tell. But it was just such an experience, every detail, all the class acts and the concert. Gwen Stefano and Adam Levine, Maroon 5. Are you kidding me? I mean, incredible. Do you know what it's to get those people to come to a private event? OMG. I can go on and on. I won't take it any more time, but it was spectacular. I bought a whole bunch of tickets for next year. I told my team, don't buy just one ticket. You got to think of who's coming in. You want to have those discounted tickets so they can buy them from you. You can also run incentives with the ticket. So think about buying tickets tonight a lot before it goes away.
Thank you for everything. And Beamy told us about this NDA she signed a year ago, and she teased us and she couldn't tell us.
But you wouldn't tell us what it was about.
But it's like, it was crazy. But
That was
what, for those people that did not watch yet virtually or were there, would you just bottom line and briefly say what you did?
Oh, okay. I just assume, yeah. So I knew this producer filmmaker who does truth movies, he did the Plandemic, it was very big, Plandemic 1, 2, 3. And, he goes after what's real and truth. And he just has a beautiful heart. He's very spiritual. I was talking to David about a year ago. I'm not sure how that all started, but we were talking about media and how to get LifeWave out more. And so I thought, oh, like a light bulb went off. So I called Mickey and I had told David, and then we put together a call, and there were quite a number of calls, and we were discussing things. And so I was the conduit. God worked through me. And so I felt very blessed. And that was brought out at the conference. And I walked a red dress, and it was all fun.
And sparkle shoes. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you. So that's the completion of our SPD sharing. So from here on, let's be real brief so we can hear from, there's a lot of hands up and we want to hear from a lot of people. So it looks like Gary is next. You want to promote him?
There you are, Gary.
Okay, can you see my face?
Not yet.
But we can hear you.
Okay. I'm having a little trouble, so I guess I'll just go the vocal route. Surprise. Okay. I'm a little hoarse even from the concerts and everything. So I'm going to kind of repeat what I said this morning, that my takeaway was I use the word synergy a lot in the meetings, and at the end I yell synergy. It's one of my favorite words. And I've had to move recently and been through some personal struggles, and I really needed the connection. I really needed the support, and I really needed and benefited so much from the connection and the synergy. I've been around a lot of groups, and some of the people, like I said this morning, pretend to be your friend, or maybe for financial gain or whatever, but I really felt such synergy with everybody there. I mean, all common ground and all there for the same purpose, to make a difference. My mission statement since I was 14 has been to make a difference by the way I live my life. And now we can all do that with the patches. We've all had that experience, and daily get to cry and laugh and feel joy, and thankful that we can do that to help others. And it was such a reward to have the beauty of the place, the Asian theme, the beauty of the people and the kindness, and also the concerts. That was so much fun. I mean, who'd ever thought we'd get to see Gwen Stefani and the Blues Brothers and the Maroon 5. So I'm really sore from dancing. I overdid it. So not even my patches are helping. You saw me, Robin and Gregory, so I was busting a move.
Yeah. And I'm inspired by you, and we're not going to get into details because we have a lot of other people.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend. So
thank you so much for your kindness.
Who's the next one?
Kim Molina. Kim. Hey, Kim, you can unmute yourself and turn your video on if you want, accept the invitation for panelists, or just begin speaking.
Hi.
Hey, there you are. Hi, Kim.
I had the opportunity to meet you both. I'm super excited. This was my very first LifeWave convention, and it truly was over the top. I've been to lots of conventions. This covered everything from understanding where David is taking the company, and just my quick takeaway, because I definitely want to echo what everyone's saying, ditto. My big takeaway was, especially being around this industry for a long time, David has been through the trials and he's made it to the other side. Those trials that he had been through, I had never heard that before. So knowing that he's been able to just stay the course, even though against all odds. And it literally, it stole my heart. I love this company, love what it stands for. Be the light. Both of you are just precious. Lavelle, Elliot Tabron, Peter LeBerry, Michael Acurso, and Ron Rayburn. All of you, I just feel we're on such a beautiful team. So thank you for allowing me to speak. Love you both.
Oh, thank you,
Love
thank
too.
you, thank
Wonderful
you.
to meet you.
Oh, boy. Wonderful.
Okay, who do we have next?
So I think Michelle, you're next. Michelle Niels.
Where are you?
She's got to accept the panelist invitation, and you could begin talking whenever you like.
Okay, I think I've got a video here. All right.
There you are. Hey.
Hi, Gregory and Robin. And everybody, thank you all for being here tonight. So I would echo everything everyone said, but I'm going to share something that I haven't heard yet. Robin told us some time ago that it's time to pull out the chicken list. You know, those people you're afraid to call. Well, I am going for it. I have so much admiration. I want to do a shout out to Christina Holly, who's one of my brand partners in my line. And in the Uber, we made a connection with the driver who only spoke Spanish, un poquito inglés, you know, just a little. And they have been communicating. She's been sending him the Spanish videos, and we're going to do a Zoom call with Karen O'Neill, who is fluent. And then there were 3 people in the airport in Dallas that were a Hispanic family. They did speak English, thankfully, but Christina was patching the woman who had some issues with her hands, some pain, and they were really excited. And I was encouraging Christina, but I am so fired up and ready to just go to the moon with all of you. So just take out that chicken list and make those calls. I'm not afraid. I'm just going for it. So
it's awesome.
It's kind of like we're in a rocket ship, isn't it?
we are. Yeah.
I know. Thank you,
Amazing.
honey. Always
Thank you.
great to see you. Okay. Is there anyone?
Yeah,
go in here.
Corolla, I think, is next.
Corolla?
Uh-huh. Who I'm going to be seeing this weekend in Winnipeg.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
My biggest takeaway was actually first off seeing you guys in person. Well, at least Gregory, Robin we had seen, but yeah, what the CEO was saying when people were just screaming, men are men and women are women, right? So that was part of it, but yeah, and so much like there was so much synergy and about the Bible, what he was talking about, you know, like that what the Bible is our instruction manual, right? So
yeah,
I was just blown away the first day, just like Jonathan was saying. I had chills too all the time, you know. I took everything in I could, and so did Roger. So thank you.
Beautiful. Roger, do you want to share some insights you had or take away?
Well, pretty much everything what I was thinking is already said, but I cannot agree more than pointing everything back to Jesus and to the Bible. That's the manual what we have to go by, and you can't go wrong.
Our life instruction manual.
Amen.
And with the secret codes to longevity.
Right.
In the Bible.
Yeah.
Thank
beautiful.
you, guys. Wonderful to see you.
Yeah.
Likewise.
So we got CJ, and then we've got Janet
Janet.
after that. So if you want to unmute yourself, accept the invitation to be Janet, you can go ahead. CJ didn't get the invitation yet. So if you want to, there you go. There she is.
Great. Thank you, Gregory and Robin, and hello, everybody here from Austin, Texas. Gregory, can I share a screen?
Yeah, you sure may. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, everyone, I echo all the comments that were shared so far, but I wanted to share what I said to David when I received.
I was wondering.
I learned.
When I received my Senior Presidential Director Award on stage, and I thank all my team, all the people that have mentored me, Robin and Gregory, all of you, because we are a team, and I got on stage because of everybody else. But that morning, Saturday morning, I was in prayer and meditation, and I was given this message, and I didn't know if I would ever get to see David or talk to him, but I was ready. And so what I heard in prayer was, you in LifeWave are chosen, but now you are anointed. And anointed means consecrated, made sacred by putting holy water on, sharing it with people. And our light water is that consecration that we will bring to the world. And when I shared it with David, his eyes popped and he looked at me and he said, thank you. And I really feel we are consecrated. We are anointed. We are really chosen to go do this. And someone also said, if I flip to the other side, kind of what Michelle Niels was saying, to get out there, there's 70 days left in this year. That's it. And the light, we really have to be the light, and we really have to get out there, because next year, as Robin said, we're in a rocket ship. I actually believe LifeWave's now the starship. And we truly, the rockets are on, you guys. And if you did not see the conference, go watch the replay. There's so much stuff coming. LifeWave is going to be across the world as a name. And don't wait, because someone's going to enroll your people. We are a tsunami building. So just remember, you're anointed, and we're here to consecrate people. So thank you, Gregory and Robin.
You know, thank you, Janet. That's beautiful. And, you know, it's interesting. Right after the conference, I get a message from a longtime friend who's been looking at LifeWave, and she said, I know all these people that are switching from this company to LifeWave. You reached out to me. What is going on? And I want to join. And so if you know, this is really important, they're going to join. And it's really doesn't feel good when you see them join under someone else. So pull out your list.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Janet. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
all of your amazing leadership and support. Yes.
Christina, we're promoted you out to panelist. If you'll accept the invitation, we'd love to see you and hear from you. And then after that, it'll be Tim and Helen. And maybe before that, it'd be Tim and Helen. Whoever gets on there first.
Tim and Helen.
Yeah.
Tim and Helen, why don't you go ahead?
Let's see who we got.
Okay.
There you
Hello,
are.
everybody. My takeaway is the joy of all of us. We are the treasures. Oh my God, you're walking down the hall and, you know, somebody just won this award for saving the company from some of those troubles we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Chuck Michaels, right? I'm standing there and all of a sudden, you know, he's giving us advice. I want to share what he gave me and another lady who I have no idea who she is or where she came from. So I think maybe Taiwan. So anyways, here's what he said. Get a little card out. And he goes, every time you make a connection, you put a dot on it, like the back of a business card. He said when he helped David through this, he put 60 dots every day. And that just meant connect with someone, connect with someone, connect with someone. And nowadays it's even easier because we have all these other social media things. But then somebody said to him, well, why are you calling me? He goes, I need another dot. And so he starts out with, hey, let me tell you what happened to me. So I just want to say the treasures. I mean, Michelle, you know, some of our team, we were all walking through the hotel and, oh my God, there's Jim Caldwell. Oh my, we're up in Robin and Gregory's suite. Oh my, who's this? Oh, there's David running through the hall and everybody's shouting with glee. We are a treasure. I am so grateful. Earth angels everywhere here. I am thrilled to be a part of it. I'm happy singing that song. Ditto to what everybody else said too.
Thank you, Helen. Hey, there we go.
Hi guys, I
Hey.
couldn't
There
stop
they are.
to do it. But I wanted to tell you all, thank you so much. It was so good to be there, so good to be around you. You guys are definitely the light, and I appreciate you guys being our leaders. And I was so grateful that you guys are our leaders being there. And I also wanted to say that I feel like that whole morning David talked, You could feel his love for us all. And I am so grateful that he loves the Lord and gives all credit to him.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And a highlight for me was being a Star Trek fan a little bit. The
William
national
Shatner?
headquarters office, yeah, showing that, and William Shatner beaming in. It was awesome.
Love it.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
That was incredible. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, hi. I'm so glad to be here and so glad to be with the company. And, you know, as I was driving across the country, I did get in tonight finally. You know, I'm just listening to everybody, and you just can say ditto instead of repeating everything. But, you know, we are with a leader that, you know, we have to stick with him, and we all love our God. And he shows us the way. It is just amazing to my husband and I, with him pulling the formulas from the Bible and figuring that out. And we have a leader that has a brain that God gave him that he's using to better the world. And I think we, you know, there's no way anybody should be leaving here and just sticking with him and praising God and supporting him with everything he wants to do for the world. I mean, it's just lovely. So thank you. I know everybody else, there's time, but thank you for the time.
Thank you, Jerry. And Pete, if you can turn your camera on, accept the panelist invitation. And then after that, we'll go to Casey.
Where are you, Pete? Did he accept?
There he comes.
There we go.
Hey.
Pete Nana.
Bumped
He's
me
a
out,
miracle
right back in
man.
again. I beamed right back in. Great to be with you all. Hello, Robin and Gregory. And yeah, it's been my third convention. It was Hannah's second. And I just got to say that it was so absolutely amazing to be there with the team. And the team that we had there this year, it was absolutely incredible. The time that we spent and seeing our upline all the way from David Jumper, spending time with him, and of course my sponsor Kai Jacobson and Robin and Gregory, and seeing so many people that I've seen on director meetings like Lavelle and Janet, and there's so many, and Jen, and for the first time meeting people, Michael Jaco, getting a photo shoot, spending time with him, all these people, Dr. Tom, I mean, the list could go on and on and on here, and being invited to private functions in their rooms, and just so many highlights. But as it is above, it is below, you know, and David Schmidt just brings an empire of greatness to us all. And we're so appreciative, and we just absolutely loved the event and connecting with people that we had never met before. But the highlight for me, and I'm going to spend just 1 minute on this topic, was one of the top Japanese individuals. And I was eavesdropping on a conversation when these three ladies were outside interviewing him, and they had a device, and they were talking into the device English. He was reading it in Japanese. And you know what? I was listening very, minding my own business, but listening. And one question that they asked him was, what is it that attracts you to LifeWave and that has been responsible for the massive growth that you have experienced? He was the top achiever in Japan. And then, of course, he speaks in Japanese, and she listens in on or sees it in text in English. And she read back what his words were. And his words were, and he said it in Japanese, she repeated the words in English. She said, in our lives, in our lifetimes, there's never been a technology remotely as close as to what David Schmidt has given us. And that's why we came all the way from Japan. And that's why our teams are growing at the rate that they are. And we're making this commitment. We are 100% all in, because never on earth has there been anything even remotely close to what LifeWave brings to the table. To me, that spoke incredible volumes. So just had to share that. And we just had a great time, and just loved everyone, and met so many people, too many to mention here, but grateful for our team, sideline, upline, crossline, downline. I mean, it was this amazing family is what it was. Thank you, Robin and Gregory, for being you. Love you
Thank
guys.
you, Pete.
Thank you for choosing to stick around, buddy.
Yeah. And we'll
And
see
amazing.
we'll see you next week in Winnipeg.
A week from today.
Yes, next week. And Carrie Madej, meeting her in person. And oh my gosh, having her pray over me. And oh, it was just life changing. I'm a freedom warrior and I connect with every freedom warrior out there. It was just life changing. Amazing.
Beautiful.
Love
Beautiful.
it.
Thank you. And I think our last speaker.
Do we have more? And if any of you guys want to put in the chat what was a highlight for you for other people to read, that would be great too.
Rowena?
Rowena? Yeah. Did
Yep.
you get all those people? Are you sure?
There you are. Hey there.
Here I am. We're still driving from Texas. We drove all the way to Winnipeg, and we're in Winnipeg. We're just heading home.
Oh
So
my
I'm here with
gosh.
my mom and my husband, Chris.
Hey Chris.
So,
Hey Mom.
You'll see us next week too, or in a week's time. or
Right.
so.
How
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. So, I really believe that we're in LifeWave at the right time with the right people. Like, we're on the right team, and we're just so blessed by you, and we're so thankful that we said yes. And I really, really enjoyed the keynote speakers, like a lot. And also when every time David Schmidt spoke, like, he was on stage so much. I love that about him. Like, he wasn't just hiding in the background. He was on the stage, and every single time he was just pulling out the word of God and just speaking truth. And that just makes me know that we are on a solid foundation and we will not be moved. We're going places because we're founded on a good foundation.
Wow.
Thank you for
Oh.
making the big trip. Oh my gosh, big trip. And Peter LeBerry, you're next. And thanks for being brief, everyone. Want to unmute your line, Peter? Well, he's figuring.
There.
Oh, we have Casey. We didn't hear from Casey yet.
Oh, hey Casey.
Unmute and turn your camera on.
Well, I can't turn my camera on because I wasn't expecting to talk, and I just got out of the shower. So I just,
Okay.
I just want to let you know, I am so jealous of everybody who got to go to the conference. I have not ever been able to go, but by golly, I'm going to go. I feel as if I know everybody. I'm on all the calls. I try to make every Zoom meeting. But I did go on the virtual conference, the virtual ticket, and I just wept after I heard David. I just wept with the divine blessing he is to all of us, and I can't wait to meet all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Peter, have you figured it out yet?
Are you talking to me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Now we can hear you, Peter. Hello.
Robin Gregory, can you hear me? Peter LeBerry.
Yes, we can.
Okay, am I going to be the last speaker to
You
share?
are. Go ahead.
Your last brief speaker, because we got a lot of other stuff to cover.
Okay, Robin Gregory, you have no idea the depth of my gratitude, the depth of my thankfulness, the depth of my appreciation for both of you. And so I really want to thank you, Robin Gregory, from the bottom of my heart and not the heart of my bottom. Okay? The highlight for me, you know, today I was talking to my next door neighbor who I enrolled about a month ago with a Diamond Pack. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Robin Gregory, I shared with her some of the videos. She says, Peter, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, what was your take on the conference? I said, her name is Kim. I said, Kim, on a scale from 1 to 10, this conference in the 36 years full time I've been in the network marketing industry, on a scale from 1 to 10, this was like a 99. Because I've never experienced Robin, Gregory, and ladies and gentlemen on the Zoom tonight, the conference call. I've never experienced anything like this. There were so many aha moments. There were so many extraordinary, inspirational moments. David Schmidt, I've never seen anything like this. All I know, folks, ladies and gentlemen on the call tonight, Robin, Gregory, if you've been kicking the tires, if you've been wondering, well, should I try the patches or should I get into this business? Let me tell you something. We haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything like what we've got here. So in closing, Robin and Gregory, I really want to thank you, Robin and Gregory, for being the best upline 3 levels below you in this business. The amount of people that I've never met before but had an opportunity to speak with and speak to at the conference, oh my gosh, just brought tears to my eyes. And the best is yet to come. So thank you, Robin, Gregory, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. And I don't know about a lot of you, but many of us were in tears much of the time. I'll start crying just saying it. This is different than anything we've ever experienced, like Peter said. So I think we've covered everyone that had their hands up. And thank you guys for putting your comments in the chat. That's wonderful for everyone to read. And let's kind of do a few other things. here.
Yeah,
I
we
know,
got just a few other
like-
things we're going to cover that are in the newsletter that are very timely. We want to make sure we share with you. And some people are probably wondering why we're wearing cowboy hats. That's because Wednesday night, they took us SPDs to a good old fashioned Texas hoedown, you know, and we were line dancing and they gave us all cowboy hats, you know, and these are really high quality. I don't know if this is 5 or 7.5 gallon hat, but it's pretty darn big. But, you know, so we just wanted to kind of keep the Dallas momentum going. But, you know, if you read through the newsletter, I hope you all get subscribed to our newsletter, liveyoungernewsletter.com if you're not. You know, we played the conference recap video. If you didn't see the newsletter, came out from the company yesterday, highlight newsletter, click here, go to your email and find it, or just click here and you'll see it. But they did a fabulous encapsulation of key components of the whole conference. It's going to be very helpful for you. Within that, there was a section talking about 3 new LifeWave videos. And, you know, we got to preview these at the conference, as most of you saw. That one of them's already loaded in the InTouch app. Finally, we got a new video assets. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. They've contracted with a high-end production company now. And you're going to see the video materials coming forward are the best of the best. So, right there. Yeah. So, you heard somebody talk about, you know, conference 2025, discounted ticket sales. Oh, it was Beamy. Discounted ticket sales end tonight. They're going to be $249 and through till midnight tonight, probably Central Time, because that seems the way where the time changes for LifeWave. They're $199. So buy yourself, you know, buy a few for you and buy a few for the people you don't know. But, you know, it's going to be, as many of us know, towards as we're coming down to the countdown for this conference, we're scrambling to find tickets for new brand partners that wanted to be there and didn't have a chance to buy a ticket. So now this time we're going to be in the Anaheim Convention Center. So I think, you know, our numbers aren't going to be as limited as they were here. We're going to be in Southern California. So I also wanted to mention the Canadian Roadshow begins this week, starting with Toronto, October 26th, but I think it's Friday. And then, Saturday. And then on Monday in Winnipeg, and I'll be there with many of our Canadian partners, then on to Edmonton and on to Vancouver. And so really excited for the Canadian Roadshow. And it's free registration, but you really want to get your name in there. There was a little hiccup with the registration process. If you weren't able to get registered today, it's probably going to be repaired and fixed for tomorrow. So that was the main new news. You know, it's time for watch parties. Those of everyone, virtual and physical attendees, we all have access now to the video replays. Find your perfect part, find the part that inspired you the most, invite some friends over, have a watch party. So we are going to wrap it up by just briefly talking. Robin's got a few things she wanted to share, and then we'll talk about the rest of our schedule for this week.
So tomorrow night, we have our precious Dr. Annabelle, pediatrician, on, being hosted by Janet on our Power of the Pet showcase. This is a time to invite guests. And this will be a wonderful event tomorrow night. And Thursday, we'll be doing our business training for 30 minutes. And then we have 30 minutes of business Q&A, any kind you want. Sunday, Connie and her team do an extraordinary job on what's called Doc Talk. And that is not recorded, so it will not be in the, everything else is in Live Younger YouTube, but that is not recorded for many reasons. And then, you know, we've got our Monday calls. So there we have it on that. And, you know, when I was thinking about what did I want to say to David, you know, and I think he's the most thoughtful, generous, caring person I think I've ever met. And as far as generous goes, he just kept giving and giving. When we walked into the conference facilities, the branding, oh my God, they took over everything. There was LifeWave everywhere. I mean, it was magnificent. Someone said they went to the pool, and even in the cabanas at the pool, on their screens in the cabanas, they were live streaming the event. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing and incredibly generous to all of us. And every time I say thank you to David, he goes, no, thank you. And that is being instilled in the staff. The Meredith is doing a magnificent job building a world-class staff, and we are now in more partnership than we've ever been. And I am loving the people she's chosen, and I am working with many of them, and I am thrilled beyond the beyond. So this is a new chapter, and we are thrilled.
Well, I know, you know, we've probably everybody here has said it, felt it, or heard it, that LifeWave is an answer to a prayer. And we are all truly blessed to be together with this momentum, this community, this opportunity to change people's lives and save and extend people's lives in a joyful, healthy, happy way.
And like David likes to say, we give hope. We give hope. So a few other, was there anything else?
No, I think that's it.
That might be it. And thank you everyone for sticking around and sharing. I think those of you that weren't there or weren't in the virtual, I think you can feel, it's palpable, the energy. And I just haven't had a chance to assimilate yet because for a variety of reasons. And I look forward to that because so much happened. We met so many wonderful people. You know, I got to spend time with Doug Bixler. What's his last name? He was the set designer for Star Trek for 40 years, and I got to hang out with him. And what an amazing man! Everyone's so available and so wonderful. So David is attracting the best of the best, and what's coming in the future is. David kept saying, I have a lot of surprises. Well, the set and the stage and everything they did, there was no, I mean, the logistics were magnificent. The team was amazing. As far as we saw, everything went off smoothly and beautifully. And the new events director is masterful. So we are so grateful, so grateful. And I didn't hear one complaint about food. Yay. Thank you, Janet.
All right. Well, God bless you, everyone, and we'll
go be the light.
Let's go be the light.
We got our shirts on.
Be the light. All right. Good night, everyone.